And some good news about Louisiana's nearly $2.5 billion seafood industry was delivered this week. Joining us now live is Dr. Jeffrey Stewart, an associate professor of marketing at UL Lafayette. So thanks so much for joining us today, Dr. Stewart.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now, this study was about the seafood industry supply chain, right? Tell us about the findings.
So we conducted a comprehensive survey of the entire coastal Louisiana zone for the seafood supply chain. And what we've really identified is that we do have a very vibrant industry, one that is really fueled by the men and women who work in this industry on a daily basis, which we know produce some of the best seafood in the world. But the biggest finding that we found is that the industry really is in need of some help. We have a lot of great economic development programs in the state of Louisiana, but they're not always connected to this really important industry. And while we continuously leverage the bounty, the catch of this industry in terms of what makes Louisiana wonderful, and it's a key part of our culture and our image, we really need to make sure that we preserve and we protect not just the environment in which the fish are coming from, but we also protect and help grow the businesses that are actually working on the water.
Now, have the COVID-19 pandemic or the 2020 hurricane season had an impact on our seafood industry?
Absolutely. I mean, COVID really brought a halt to the supply chain simply by having restaurants closed down and people not being able to go in. It really reduced the demand from restaurants to the wholesalers, the big food service companies. And while our fishermen were able to still go out and work on the water, at the docks, the prices really plummeted just because there was no demand in the consumer market.
Yeah, definitely faced some tough situations this year. Thank you again so much for joining us today, Dr. Stewart, and sharing this information.
Thank you for having us. And as always, ask for it by name, Louisiana Seafood.